everybody, I just wanted to come on here and post a review because I finished Tiger Lily from by Jodi, Lynn Anderson. This is it's a retelling of Peter Pan and Wendy. Well, not really. Before I get carried away, let's read the flap. Well, I'll read, actually, I think the back is actually a better, the flap is actually kind of long. Okay, I'll read the flap. Here it goes. 15-year-old Tiger Lily doesn't believe in love stories or happy endings. Then she meets the alluring teenage Peter Pan in the forbidden woods of Neverland and immediately falls under his spell. Peter is unlike anyone she's ever known. Impetuous and brave, he both scares and enthralls her. As the leader of the Lost Boys, the most fearsome of Neverland's inhabitants, Peter is an unthinkable match for Tiger Lily. Soon, she's risking everything, her family, her future, to be with him. When she is faced with marriage to a terrible man in her own tribe, she must choose between the life she's always known and running away to an uncertain future with Peter. With enemies threatening to tear them apart, the lovers seem doomed. But it's the arrival of Wendy Darling, an English girl who's everything Tiger Lily is not, that leads Tiger Lily to discover that the most dangerous enemies can live inside even the most loyal and loving heart. From the New York Times bestseller of Peaches comes the magical and bewitching story of the romance between the fearless heroine and the boy who wouldn't grow up. So that's it. Overall, let me get my notes here. Overall, I was really disappointed with this book. It was a total bummer because I've been wanting to read this book ever since I read about it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, how exciting. I want to read a story about Neverland and, Peter Pan and, all that good stuff. But this wasn't a retelling of Peter Pan. This was a butchering of Peter Pan. I feel like my expectation was to be brought into the world of Neverland. I wanted descriptive words about what the lagoon looked like, and I wanted to picture in my mind like blues and greens and reds and colors that I could just imagine being so bright and vibrant and magical and wonderful and everything that you would imagine Neverland to be. Like, this is a place where people go and don't grow up. Like, this is, you can fly and fight pirates and everything, but this book did not take any of that on. It was like all the magic from Neverland was like so blah. It felt like, any land that could be around the world. It didn't feel like I had to think of a wonderful thought and have a little bit of pixie dust to get there. It was just like I could get in a boat and wander off to sea and find Neverland and just live there and hang out with Peter Pan. It'd be great. But while we're on the subject of Peter Pan, he was not the boy who wouldn't grow up. He was like some emo kid that was like, oh, yeah, I just kind of hang out and do whatever. He didn't, spoiler, he didn't fly. He didn't, fight Captain Hook. He wasn't that brave. He was just kind of like, yeah, this is cool. Peter Pan, whatever. He wasn't like a leader of the Lost Boys. He wasn't like their friend. He was just kind of like some older kid that hung out with them. But, also, my biggest complaint about this book is that it was told from Tinkerbell's perspective. And she wasn't she couldn't interact with any of the characters. She was mute, and so she was kind of just an onlooker. So I felt that detachment from the characters. I wasn't in anyone's mind. I was just floating around, and sometimes we ate mosquitoes. It was like, it wasn't really like I was absorbed in the mind of Tiger Lily or Peter Pan or anyone, but Tinkerbell, who was just kind of flying around, she could read, like, their minds and stuff, but she didn't grasp certain things that I think would have drawn me in a little bit more, and I would have felt more invested in the characters. It was like I felt zero emotion towards them at all, and it was really, really disappointing. And things were going in such a way that I thought, like, I'm looking at how many pages I had left, and I was like, I wonder if there's going to be a sequel. And then I was like, what's worse? The idea of continuing this butchering of a story that I love, or that everything would not get tied up, or that it would, and it did. Everything did get tied up. Thank God there's not going to be a sequel. But it was not, it went so fast at the end, and it was just like, there was no suspense, no what's going to happen next. It was just like, the end. I mean, the ending was nice, no spoilers, but it was okay, and I think the last 3 pages was the best part of the whole book, because it wrapped up nice, but the journey getting from page 1 to page 292 was not an enjoyable one. It was downright depressing at times. It's okay. Honestly, I feel like I was duped, because here I was thinking that I'm going to get a story about Neverland, and I feel like the author or the publicist or whoever decided that, oh, this is a good story, but more people would buy it if we called it Tiger Lily, and the boy that she likes is Peter Pan, and the girl she's jealous of is Wendy. Yeah, people will buy that. Me, I'm guilty. So, if this book wasn't called Tiger Lily, and it didn't have the idea of going to Neverland and being able to look around and live there for, a couple of pages in my life, if that didn't appeal to me so much, I wouldn't have bought the book, honestly. So, overall, 2 stars. One thing that I did like, because I feel like I should say something positive here. The thing that I liked was her dad, TikTok. He sometimes sprinkled a little bit of wisdom that I thought was really nice, but not wonderful. Anyway, so, yeah, this was an ordinary tale about ordinary people. This was not Peter Pan and Wendy and Tiger Lily. This was just some people that did some things on an island somewhere. Next up, I'm reading The Other Life. This is not teen fiction, but I picked it up in the fiction section. I got some Christmas money from a very awesome customer at work, so I picked up some books. So this is going to be the next one I read. I don't know anything about it other than it sounded interesting at the time, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it up soon. And it is New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Be safe and sound, and hopefully I'll be able to put this video up today, so that if you watch it today, you'll be like, oh, it's New Year's Eve, cool. Instead of if you watch it in a couple of months and you're like, wow, this video is really old, because I just dated it by saying that it's New Year's Eve, but woohoo! 2013, yeah! Okay, I'll talk to you guys later, and be safe tonight if you're watching the video today, and if you're watching the video in the future, thank you for being safe on New Year's Eve. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!